Hey guys, welcome back to Banter with Brooke. Thank you for joining me this weekend. My name is Brooke. I'm the host of this podcast, and I'm so grateful that you joined me today. So sorry, this episode is coming out a day late again. Last weekend's was a day late too. You know what, y'all? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I've been trying to deal with some stuff, but I'm still getting the episode out. And this is episode 101. I got three more left: 102, 103, and 104 for my season one finale. And then I'll be taking a little bit of a break from the podcast, not from my channel. I'm still going to be posting, but just a little break from the podcast until I get caught up with posting clips and other things I need to do. And yeah, I first want to start. I switched out my Squishmallow, and I also added this jelly cat that I got from my trip to California, and it's a little candy apple, so cute. This one is another Stranger Things Squishmallow, and I had to put it up. It's the butterscotch ice cream flavor, but that is the ice cream shop where my king, Steve Harrington, worked. And literally, I could not be looking forward to the new season more. I am so excited. It comes out the day before Thanksgiving, I think, the first part of the season. And I'm so excited, but I'm also so not excited because I'm like, this cannot end. Like, I actually am so nervous for it to end because I know I'm going to be so emotional. But yeah, anyway, that's my new little set, which will be the set until the end of this podcast, which again, like I said, I am not stopping my podcast forever. I love doing this. It's so, so much fun. I'm doing it for the better of the channel to help myself post more clips and get more traction to the channel and to get caught up on other stuff. And a lot of other people's podcasts come in seasons anyway. They'll do a season, they'll stop for a little, they'll come back. And also, hopefully, when I come back, I will have a new set, a new everything. So a lot of exciting things are in the works. But as you can see from the title and thumbnail, now we can get into what the actual episode is about. I am wearing my canceled, rest in peace actually to the canceled podcast, because they are done with the canceled podcast, which is Brooke Schofield and Tana Mojo, which I haven't really watched for a while. Like, honestly, the last couple episodes, like multiple, I haven't really been watching, but I did love it. Oh my God, my notebook keeps falling off my leg and it's pissing me off. But I'm wearing the canceled tour merch because all the people I'm talking about in this fucking thing are freaking canceled, y'all. You're canceled. If any of these things I'm about to say apply to you, canceled. Read the shirt, talk to the shirt. Because how are you like this? And this episode is actually inspired by a scenario that happened to me the other night. I was with some friends. I am sober, as you guys know, but the people I was around were not sober. And this girl who I'm not really friends with, but I would say we're acquaintances. We went to school together. I see them around. I'm like, hello. But the other night when I was with them, she said the N-word 3 times. And the first time I looked at my friend and I was like, do we hear that right? And that shit, like, how are you like this? Genuinely, how are people still saying it in 2025? Like, I feel like I've said this in another episode. I don't surround myself with people like that anymore. Like, sure, like, whatever, just high school, middle school, people were whatever. But like, now that I'm like a grown adult, like, I just do not stand for that shit anymore. And like, how how do people still act like that, literally? And it just blows my mind because all the people I surround myself with now, and like myself included, like we're all very much on the same page morally, politically. And so when I hear people say like slurs or whatever in public, I'm like, oh my gosh, people still say shit like this all the time. And one of our other friends called her out and was like, don't uh don't say that. Like, and um she was like, there's no black people here. Be absolutely for real. It doesn't matter who the fuck is there. You should not say it, period. You should not say it to with yourself. You should not say it like or even think about wanting to say it. Like that's just insane. And then she also was making fun of somebody else and just calling this person just horrible names. And it just actually bothers me so much, people who make fun of other people in a joking manner is very different. Like joking around with someone, or like especially if the person's like in on it, you know what I mean, then it's like okay, fine. But people who just make fun of people, like make fun of someone at their expense, like it's not like a laughing with them type of thing, or a, oh, I'm gonna make a joke. Like some people, like friends, like, oh, they can like call someone short, like call their friend short, like whatever. But people who make fun of people just because they personally get joy out of it, how are you like this? And I don't know if it's just like me getting older, or like maybe just like all the experience I've had in life of being made fun of or like being called names. So now I'm like so protective of other people. I don't know what it is, but ooh, it irks me to my core when I hear people talking badly about other people for literally no reason. It makes me actually want to scream a lot. Oh my gosh, brother. I need to go on Do Not Disturb. My mom's trying to call me. Anyway, she's upstairs. She can talk to me if she needs me. Anyway, it's still recording, right? We good? We live chat? Are we live chat? Okay. Now I don't know where I left off, but it irks me to my core. People who love to make fun of people for fun. Stay far away. You know the fucking Grinch songs? Wouldn't touch him with the 39.5 foot pole. I think that's the number. Yeah. If you make fun of people, 39.5 feet at least away from me. Thank you. Next one, people. This is like low key giving like pet peeve like list, but this is not really pet peeves. This is like specifically like people. And okay, is it giving hypocritical for me to be like, I hate when people make fun of people, and then this whole episode is about me judging somebody? Yes, you could say that is a little bit hypocritical. Again, though, it all comes down to like morals for me. And you know what? I can talk a little bit. Okay, well, somebody like saying the N word and making fun of people, that is not even me making fun of anybody or being judgmental. That's just like, why are you making fun of somebody? But someone having no common sense, okay, that can be a little mean. I get that. But I'm talking about like in many different scenarios. I'm not talking about like people who are like dumb, or like I'm not trying to call anybody dumb. I'm talking about people who like cannot read the room, cannot like just say things so unbelievably bad timing, like, or they try to I don't know, just people who ruin it. Oh my gosh, that is the worst. When something good is happening, or like everything's chilling, everything's good, and then someone either does something or says something and it ruins it for everybody. I always hated the fucking kids in class that were like that, because I was such, not even necessarily a teacher's pet, but like I very much in middle school, high school, cared about my grades. And I would hate it when the kids who like would just interrupt the teacher constantly, just try to do shit on purpose. It's like, grow up. Also, I know you're bored and you're trying to have fun, but you're ruining it for the whole entire class who's actually trying to learn and do stuff. And then you make us have like either extra homework, or like we have to sit there and be quiet because the teacher's mad at you, and you have to start yelling, or the teacher started yelling at you and you had to do this whole thing. It's like, thank you for ruining it for the entire class. I love that so much. Like that type of no common sense. Just like, I guess this kind of goes along with. Actually, I don't even think I wrote this down. No common sense slash lack of self awareness. Or no, not even self awareness, lack of other people. Like, no care for, oh, don't mind this. I took my charm off my nail because I needed to get a good hair washing, which I did, and it feels so good. But I had the bow charm on my nail and it was kept getting caught in my hair. So I was like, I need to be able to scrape the fuck out of my scalp. So I ripped both of the little charms off. Anyway, you guys don't care at all. No common sense slash lack of awareness or account for other people. Like the kids in class, it's like you are not thinking about anybody else, how it's going to affect anybody else. People who say things at the wrong time or do things and like ruin it for everyone. It's like, again, please have any type of respect for other people. Again, how are you like this? Or when I go to other people's houses and I see the way, like, so say there's a friend here, right? Me and another person or multiple people are going to this friend's house. And this is not even like a general, I'm not like talking about a specific situation. This has happened on multiple occasions where I have been with people and we will be at somebody else's house, and just the way that they're acting versus the way that I'm acting, I'm like, how were you raised? Like when I go into people's houses, I always take my shoes off. Also, that's maybe because we take our shoes off in my house. And also, if people tell you like, oh, when you walk in, if they're like, you can leave your shoes on, then that's a completely different situation. But people who like, just, I don't know, I just feel like I automatically take the shoes off. Or like a lot of my friends, like we're still young, like I'm literally 22, like we still live with our parents. And so I'll go to my friend's house and I immediately will say hi to the parents. I will be like, hi, how are you doing? Like, I feel like that's just the respectful thing to do. And it's just so many people, or if, for example, even people who have come to my house, because my house used to be like the hangout house, everybody would be here. So many times where people would come in, not even say hi to my mom. They just walk right past her, walk downstairs, or they wouldn't even ask me to grab food. They'll just go into my house and in my kitchen and just take my food and start eating all my food. It's like, I don't care if you want to eat. I don't care if you, but it's the principle of asking. Like the way that people just come into these people's houses, even like my closest friends, I ask them, can I get a snack? I ask, can I do this? I like, it's just the way I say please, I say thank you. Like it's just common, literal, basic respect. And people don't have it. Like, and a lot of people don't have it. And it's so insane. And a lot of adults don't have it. Like, how am I 22 years old and you're like 50 and you are having no type of, where's the decorum? Like, there's nothing. They are just, and okay, you know what? Some people just aren't grown up. But also at the same time, if you're 50, you should be grown up by now. Like there's no excuse. There's like, I'm not trying to justify, like you got to fix your own shit, babe. Like if you act a certain way, that's your responsibility and your responsibility only to fix it. But a lot of times too, the problem is people don't realize what's going on. Like people don't realize how the way they're acting, because a lot of times people around them either condone the behavior or enable it, because like I said, all my friends are the same way. All the people I surround myself, like I said, we're very much in alignment. My friends are always very respectful. My close friends, when they come over, they always say hello to my mom. They'll always ask me, and of course I'll always let my friends have a snack, whatever. But like I said, it's the principle of asking, or just the respect that when you're in somebody else's house, like I feel like I definitely overkill. Like even when I go out to eat, like at a restaurant, like every time the server comes up to the table, I say thank you every time. I literally like, and it's just like some people, I hate when I'm with people and we're out to eat and the waiter comes to the table and they're sitting like this. Hello, the server just asked you a question. Like, whatever. That's another scenario. Another, how are you like this, is people who can't respond. For example, I'm going through a situation right now. We're going to call her, we're going to call her, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm trying to think of a name, but like, I feel like I know people with the names that keep popping into my head. Like, the names that are popping into my head are people that I know. Okay, we're going to call her Susie, okay? So, Susie, and I'm going to leave out some of the details because whatever. But also, I know that Susie does not watch my videos, and I know that Susie, whatever. So, Susie, just out of respect, I'm just gonna, because I am respectful. Susie. Ooh, I'm being messy right now. Let me chill. I put this canceled sweatshirt on and I'm ready to cancel everyone. But Susie here decides to start a conversation with me and have the audacity to have all this shit to say and not back it up. And then here I come, not letting her walk all over me. And I'm clapping back with the tea, with the real fucking shit. And guess who's radio silent? Susie. Haven't heard from her. And guess what? I literally told her, oh, really upset. Oh, because, oh, she texted me after my grandpa passed away, which, like, okay, yes, thank you, valid, like, appreciate it. But then she texted me a couple days after that and was like, how are you doing? I was like, I'm fine, but still disappointed that we didn't finish our conversation, because it's been like a week long conversation, you guys. Like, Susie called me, had all this shit to say. Then we hung up the phone. Then we've sent like text voice messages back and forth, days in between because either I was busy or she was busy. And then the last one I sent, because like I said, I fucking said some real shit and clocked her fucking tea, radio silent. And now she wants to text me, ask me how I'm doing since my grandpa passed away. It's like, you don't give a fuck about me, girl. Like, straight up, you give a fuck about me when it's convenient for you. Because this conversation is really important to me. And I literally said, I'm upset we didn't finish this conversation though. And guess what? It's been days. It's been days. Probably almost a week. And I don't give a fuck. I mean, I do give a fuck because I'm talking about it. But I actually hope she doesn't watch this. This might be a little bit awkward, but I really don't think she will. But Susie, if you're watching this, respond to my text message, please. That's all I'm asking. Let's finish the conversation. But actually, how are you like this? I also think I have a little bit of trauma from past situations where people have ignored me when I'm trying to resolve something or figure things out, and then it's just no answer, no explanation, no nothing. And it's very, very, very triggering for me to be ignored. So I think that's another reason why I'm like really upset. But I just actually can't believe people are like that, because I've never, like, someone that I care about and someone that's supposed to be as close as me and Susie are, to just not respond to a conversation that she started, by the way, is really frustrating. And I could never do that to a friend. I would never just not respond when I'm in a serious conversation like that, or any conversation at that matter, because I value my friends' time and conversation and whatever. So if you are ignoring somebody right now, don't ignore them. Don't be like that. That's so, if you can't respond, you're a pussy. I'm so sorry, you're a pussy. Like, okay, I guess I understand it is very scary and like anxiety inducing, but I am so confrontational. Like, if you're doing something questionable, I'm going to tell you. Like, I think having yes men around you who don't tell you when you're in the wrong or doing something crazy, or I think that's so unhealthy. And I think that allows people, like, you will never be able to grow or improve if you're just around people who enable your behavior. So I'm going to have those tough conversations when it comes to me and my friends, because I think serious conversations are important to have in friendships, and that shit really pisses me off. So another thing too is blame. People who put the blame on everybody else. How are you like this? Take some accountability for once. For once, take some accountability. Like I said, I'll take accountability for anything I've done, and I do take accountability for things I've done. I've given so many apologies to people, like, I'm sorry that I did this, and I truly mean it, and I truly listen and understand where they're coming from. There's so many people who genuinely tell themselves so many lies that they believe their own lies, and they believe that they're right and the other person's wrong. Or not even like in scenarios where it's like one person's right, one person's wrong. There's just so many people who blame all of their problems on other people or other things. Like, oh, it's the stress. Oh, it's this person. Oh, it's whatever. And it's like, stop making excuses. And like literally again, easier said than done, but a lot of people are in situations that are not so good, but they're the ones who put themselves there and are, whoa, trying to get comfortable in this chair is impossible while also trying to keep this notebook in my lap and not falling off. But a lot of times are the people who put themselves in the situation and are the ones that are keeping them there. It's like they're so stressed about their home. Okay, here's my example. Here's me being a hypocrite. Actually, I'm not putting the blame. I know I need to do it. I'm just not doing it. But people will be like, "Oh, I'm so stressed." Actually, this is a horrible example. I was gonna say procrastinating, like, "Oh, I'm procrastinating because I'm whatever," but then it like makes they're procrastinating because they're stressed, but then procrastinating makes them more stressed, and it's like just get the shit done, and then you won't be as stressed. Which that one applies to me because that's how I am with my clips on my YouTube shorts, my TikTok clips. I literally procrastinate so much, or the fact that this episode's coming out a day late. Like, girl, you're the one who procrastinated. You're the one who procrastinated filming, and you put shit to the last minute. Also, though, it was my friend's birthday this week, so I was spending time with her and whatever. I'm still trying to live my life. And if 2 episodes out of the 100 I've posted were 1 day late, I think that's pretty damn good. Anyway, stop putting the blame on other people and other things when you are the only one who has the power to change your life and your habits and your trajectory. You can do whatever you want. So stop blaming other people and take accountability. How how are you like this? This one actually makes me so mad. People who care so much about what other people are doing. Why? Why do you care if somebody's gay? Why do you care if somebody has a bunch of face piercings? Why do you care who this person's hooking up with, what this person's wearing, what this person's hobbies are? You are a loser. You're a loser and you're weird. Mind your own business. I actually love everybody's I love everybody's outfits if they love it. Like, and I'm not even just saying this to be like, "Oh, I'm so woke and I'm better." Like, no. Genuinely, I have done so much healing and looking within myself. Like, I genuinely see the good, the beauty, like in everyone and everything. Like, just because I personally wouldn't wear somebody's outfit, or I personally wouldn't, whatever, I love it for them. Like people, if somebody's gay, love that. Well, I like women and men, but also it's like people who have like tattoos all over, people who, I don't know, what's like a random hobby, I don't know, just people who do things like I love. And so many people are like, "Oh, what is this person doing?" Like, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Seriously. Like, it's actually so annoying being around somebody who cares so much what somebody else is up to. How does what that person's wearing have this much of an effect on you? Like, it's actually the most annoying shit ever when I'm with somebody and all they're doing is talking badly about someone else, whether it's what they're wearing, who they have a crush on, who it's like, do you have anything interesting to say about yourself? Because why are you talking about this person so much? How are you like that? Like, I can't deal with that. And if you notice that that is you guys, if you feel like you might be caring a little bit too much, this is not an attack, but just try to work on that because it's just annoying. Like, I don't know. Some people are like, what can I say? Like, I'm just a hater. I'm like, and you're saying that like it's a good, like, that is not good, girl. At least in my opinion, I don't think it's cute to be a hater. Like, people are like, people are just haters, literally, and people are proud of it. Like I said earlier, people make fun of people for fun, and people think it's funny to comment on other people's shit, and people don't care, and they think, oh, I'm I'm a hater. It's funny. No, caring that much about somebody else's business is crazy. Maybe you should do something a little bit more interesting with your own life so you have less time to worry about what this other person's doing. Just thought, maybe. I don't know. Another one. Ooh, ungrateful ass bitches. I can't stand an ungrateful bitch, bro. I am so grateful for everything in my life. And okay, I'm not talking about ungrateful, like people who are in shitty situations, like have a lot going on, they're stressed, they're depressed. Like, obviously, when you're depressed and you're not doing well mentally, like, whatever, that's completely different. And like, everyone's gonna go through the ups and downs mentally. I'm talking about people who are just like entitled, ungrateful. Like, they think they deserve everything. Like, and they're just like never satisfied or appreciative of what they have. They're just like more, 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 like greedy. It's like, be grateful for like, I can't. Oh, mind you guys, it's 11:30 at night. I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning. I have to wake up at 6 a.m. again. So sorry for the yawning, but I did pretty good. We're 32 minutes in, and I'm yawning just now, so that's pretty good. But I can't stand an ungrateful ass bitch. Be grateful that you're even alive. Be grateful that you're healthy. Be grateful you got to eat a meal today. Be grateful you have access to water and you have friends, you have family, any little thing. Be grateful for your favorite TV show. Be grateful, like, anything. Be grateful for fresh air. There's so much to be grateful for, and these people are always, a lot of people are just always so focused on the negative or the things going wrong. And it's like, be grateful, please. I can't do it. Also, because I just, like I said, I've done so much work on myself trying to be positive, trying to be happier, more positive. And so when I'm around somebody who's just so ungrateful and negative and always like looking at the negatives on things, it's really a vibe killer. Like, I'm trying to be high vibrational and you're bringing the vibrations down, homie. You're down here, ungrateful. I need you to be grateful all the way up here. Next one is, ugh, like the lonely men like epidemic. Like, ugh, like I hate that people are like, who the fuck? There's like kids outside my house or something. Why are there like kids outside? It's 11:30 at night. Anyway, I have to fart. Let's see if you can hear it. I hope you guys could hear that. I don't know if you did. I don't know. Just like men wanting people to like feel bad for them because they like don't get girls. It's like, maybe if you were a good person, you'd maybe get girls. Oops. Like, ooh, just, I don't even know. You just know what I mean. Like the men who are just like, okay, the epitome, or like what I mean by like lonely men epidemic, the type of guys who would say, "Where my hug at?" The type of guys who would be like, just like guilt trip you into hooking up with them because they give you some sob story about how their their ex was crazy and did all this shit and oh my heart's broken, like try and give you this fucking sob story. Like fucking who gives a shit? I'm sorry. And you're I just hate when a man, I hate that so many women don't get believed when they tell stories about shit that's happened with men, because I've said this before. I don't know a single woman that I've ever came into contact with in my whole entire life that has not been made uncomfortable by a man. And I know many, 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 many women who have been harassed by a man. It's like, and what I mean by that is like literal, like sexual harassment. Like it's insane. And myself included. And it's like, how do women not get believed still to this day? I don't understand. There are so many cases that nothing happens because there's either not enough evidence or the court just takes the men's side. And it's just like, it blows my mind. Now I'm getting into a whole other topic, but how are you like this? Men, do better. Like, ugh, guilt tripping a woman into like doing stuff with you because like, oh, you're lonely. Like, I haven't had, ugh. Get some self control and control your fucking dick. No one gives a fuck if you're lonely and you don't get girls. Maybe if you weren't sitting there begging and trying to get girls and you were just actually acting like yourself and being a good person and being genuine, and then maybe you would find the right girl for you. Instead, you're just going to bars trying to get random women to hook up with you just to fill some void that you think is going to help you, but really it's not going to help you. And also, you just look like a creep because you're begging all these women to hook up with you. Ever think about that? I just hate that like people have to like tip, like the lonely male epidemic, like how people are expected to just like tiptoe. Like I hate that people have the audacity to call like women dramatic, like women emotional, when like men literally lose in a video game and they chuck the fucking controller at their TV and break their TV. Like, men are the most dramatic ever. Or the videos when like the men get caught cheating and they're like throwing a tantrum. Like, they are the ones cheating. You would think they got cheated on. No, they're the ones who did the cheating. They cheated on their girlfriend and they're screaming, crying, punching themselves in the face, being like, why are you doing this to me? Like to the girl, like because she's saying that they're breaking up because you just got caught cheating. And then they have the audacity to cry and fucking, it's like, you weren't crying and you were just fucking this bitch over here. Like crazy, 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 crazy. Next one is pick me slash male centered women. How are you like this? Like, oh my gosh, I think again, this one comes from a place of I used to be there. I used to be very much wanted the male validation. And I just think now that I'm so far removed, my life is so much better not being centered around men. And I think all of you women watching this, you need to try, because men are not. Oh my God, I have to fart again. Oh my God, I actually might have to cut that one out. That one was bad. Will I leave it in? Will I not? We'll see when I edit this if I feel like leaving that in. But that was actually a fucking good one. It felt good too. What was I saying? Oh, pick me. Like, it's just so annoying to be around a bitch that like will throw you under the bus for a man, or a girl who will leave you. Like if you go out together and there's like a man, she'll like leave you by yourself to like go be with this man. It's like, oh no, boo. I just hate a girl who cares so much about what a man thinks to the point where it affects her friendships, her personality, all of it. Like, how are you like this genuinely? How do you care about men that much? And like a man who's probably so mediocre and probably treats you like shit and probably only wants to have sex with you, versus you have a friend who's your true genuine girlfriend and wants to hang out with you and love you, and you are choosing this grimy man who probably has a fucking smelly ass wiener over this girl who is like a rider for you. I don't know. Just please decenter men from everything. Decenter men from the world. I actually saw something. I need to like remember to do it. I keep seeing like acts of microfeminism that I practice like every day or whatever. And I need to actually start implementing them into my real life because they're too good. One of them I saw was like, whenever I'm giving a compliment to a man, put like for a man at the end of it. Cause like, you know, people will be like, oh, like she's pretty strong for a woman or whatever. Any compliment you give, put for a man. Be like, he's good looking for a man. Like anything you say, just be like, just put for a man at the end. I thought that one was pretty good. There's some other ones too, but ladies, look them up. Look up acts like microfeminism, and there's a lot of videos of people giving their examples on TikTok. So implement that shit into your life because we need to decenter men. And the last little one I wrote down is, how are you like this if you're boring? Like people who just think they're too fucking cool to do anything fun. Like people who genuinely have no hobbies whatsoever and all they do is sit there on their phone all day. Boring. You're boring. Or people who are like, think it's too cringy to like go do something like, I don't know, just I can't. How are you boring? Like, how do you enjoy life? And that's not even trying to be mean, genuinely. Just like, what do you do for fun? Like, people who are just like so serious all the time, so boring, they don't do anything. It blows my mind. Please get a hobby, somebody. If you're, I'm not even trying to be mean. Just like, that one, just like how that one's not like a how are you like this, like get help. This one's just like a genuinely how. Like I would be bored out of my mind. I have this YouTube. I hang out with my friends constantly. Like I do so many things throughout the day. I'm like, how are you? What do you do with your time genuinely? But that was my episode of How Are You Like This? Got a little carried away at some points. Thank you for watching. Also, wanted to say I forgot to give advice in my last episode again. My bad. Also, cut me some slack, okay? My grandpa died. I can pull like the dead parent card. If someone says something to me, I'm like, my grandpa died, okay? So literally cut me some slack. That episode was, I'm pretty sure, literally my first one back explaining that my grandpa passed away. So I was not really thinking about that, and I apologize. That's my first time missing a advice segment episode. So that's kind of, or not episode. Now I'm all over the place, but that was my first time forgetting to give a piece of advice at the end of the episode. So I'm so sorry that I forgot. I'm a failure. But I'm going to give you guys 2 pieces of advice today to make up for it. So the first one is more grace, more patience, more love. And this is just a general statement of what I think the world needs. I think the world needs more grace, more patience and more love. I think if everybody was more patient and gracious with each other, the world would be a way more positive, happy, loving place. And I think if a lot of people tried to just look at things with a more loving and patient eye, um, things would be a lot better. But again, that is not the case, but just try. That is my advice for, or just my quote I want to put out there is more grace, more patience, more love, more positivity, all of it, especially now what's going on in the world politically and just all around the world. We need more love. And the next piece of advice is this too shall pass. That's a oldie but a goodie. It's an old quote. Everybody knows it. But I personally wrote this one down because it's really resonating with me right now because I am just really stressed out. Like I brought up earlier about procrastinating. I have so much to do. My house is a mess. I need to, well, I'm moving bedrooms right now. So I need to worry about all that. I'm literally, I couldn't even tell you how many videos behind on posting the clips. So I apologize that the clips I'm going to start posting are going to be behind. Just I have OCD. So for my OCD to be satisfied, I need to start from where I left off and post clips until I get caught up. So I'm really stressed about that. I'm also behind in writing in my planner, just all this stuff. And I have just been really mad at myself, I guess, for not being in my routine. Because again, I'm trying to get back into my working out, going on walks every day. Just I'm really, really, really out of my routine. And it's been giving me stress, but then the more I think about it and stress about it, it's not making it better. It's making me just more stressed and more behind. And so I wanted to tell myself that this too shall pass. And there have been many other times in my life where I got off my routine and things were going south. I thought things wouldn't get better, and they did, and they always do get better. And I will get caught up eventually. I will get what I need to get done completed eventually. And I am, again, I'm my grandpa just passed away. My whole house is moving around, changing. Like I can give myself some grace and be patient with myself and just know that this too shall pass. And this is just a moment in time, and I will be caught up and I'll get into a routine eventually, and then I'll fall out of one again and I'll get back into one. But this will pass, and I'm making room for new things. Like I said, I'm going to have a new podcast set when I come back. I'm hoping in a few months I'll come back, however long it takes me to get caught up on these clips. And yeah, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be posting every week on the channel. But those were the two pieces of advice I have for this week's episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the post notifications on. That would mean a lot to me. And the links to all my other social media accounts are always linked in the description if you want to follow me on those. I'm going to try and be more active there too. And yeah, I love you guys so very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.